I want to go through here more news that we have inside this version. Let me go back here to the change log. So we have new options within the calendar. As you guys know, we've added, we released a new calendar application with many new features. And inside this last release, we did many other implementations as well. We were missing the events exporting, so we added within this version the option for you to export calendar events to Google Calendar when you have the calendar integrated. So now you can import the events from Google to Scriptcase calendar, and you can also do the opposite. You can export from Scriptcase calendar to Google Calendar. Okay, so this is basically what it is. Then we have the option, let me go here to the calendar application. Let me see if I have any calendar in here. No, I don't. Let me create here one quickly. Create table. Okay, so we have one new option. This option to hide the filter category. Let me run. So we have here the categories. This option for category is new for this new calendar, and you can now hide, because we are sending this as default, and we had some complaints say, yeah, I don't want to display the category, I want to hide. So we added this option for you to hide the field category. So if you hide, it won't be displayed inside the application. And this the categories, they're coming from, if you go here to the fields category, you will see that we are doing a manual lookup to add the categories. So this is just a basic implementation we do within the calendar application. You can also use here a table if you have your own categories, or you can use the manual with different labels. Okay, so we are adding here this like default labels to display some categories in here, and you can go and customize using here the manual lookup, or you can use the automatic lookup if you have a table for the categories. In here we have also the option for you to select the option without category. Okay, so you can have now the option to display the calendar without categories, and this is also what we have here inside the change log. Added option to hide the filter category, add support to add multiple categories. You can select more than one now, and yeah, added option to display events without filter categories. So this is exactly this option without category. And we did within the version, where is it? Here, the version 21st. The options for you to apply events to the calendar. So you have here, I didn't show before, you have the events, and we have these two new events on calendar application init and on calendar script init. This is for you to manage the calendar application itself. If you want, for example, to change the layout of this category or the layout of the calendar itself, you can modify using CSS inside those events. And we have now just one more implementation for the calendar. I guess it will be out within the version, the release 25th, but then we are done with the calendar. But we do all this implementation just following your suggestions and yes, and things that you send to us. It's very important. We have here on the website, where is the website? We have this option feedback, and you can send here suggestions, new feature. So you can always send us suggestions. And this is very important because we are always adding new stuff to Scriptcase according to those suggestions, okay? So if you want to send us a feedback, if it's a bug report, if it's a compliment, a criticism, a suggestion, you can use here this form you have here on the website. And this is very, very important for us. It's really appreciated when you guys send us suggestions. We always analyze and we always add here to Scriptcase according to your suggestions. We always add new features according to your suggestions as well. Can the map be downloaded? Ali is asking if the map can be downloaded. Yes, because they have this option. If you create a map using, if you create a chart using the Scriptcase chart application, you need just to go here to chart options, and you have the export chart. You can say yes, I want to display the export options. So when you run the application, you have the regular options from Scriptcase to export to PDF or print, and you have the options from Fusion charts here. You can export as PNG, JPG, PDF, SVG, and XLS. Okay, so those are further options that they provide, and we added to Scriptcase chart application. And it's also possible to add, because it's a feature from Fusion charts. Okay, can we put a button or label nearby the name of the month? Let me see. Within the calendar application, we have toolbar. No. Using here, we don't have, as we have inside the form, we don't have here, for example, the toolbar, or we have the toolbar, yes, but let me see. Yes, different from the form application, for example, that you have an option to create buttons. Here, you just have the regular buttons from the form, but we don't have a way to create with these options here, but you can implement using the events. Yes, this is, if you use the events, now you can implement a button. If you can send me an email, then I can try to get you an example here with my technical guys. I can try to get an example. But with the events, because as I said when I was presenting the calendar, you have two different applications here. You have the calendar itself, and you have the form. So all the options you see here, it's for you to apply to the form that you have inside the calendar, not for the calendar itself. So this is all for this form. So if you need to add a button here to this form, yes, you can do. It's easier. But for this toolbar here, you would have to implement manually. But now, since you have the new events, you can do. I just don't have the example now, but I can check if I get this for you. Can Scriptcase application be put inside a Joomla template? Mauricio is asking. Yes, you can call. We had a customer before. I don't know if he's doing. What's his name? Let me see. Joomla and Scriptcase. I forgot the name. Yeah, it's J Scriptcase, but it's from 2011. I don't know if it works in the same way. Ilarion, yeah, this guy, he is a customer from Scriptcase, and he did this J Scriptcase, that is to do this integration. So maybe you can get in touch or try to see the tutorials to see how he's doing that. I don't know, maybe it's a plugin that he sells. So maybe you can get this. But since the applications are online, You can just maybe use a iframe, I don't know, and call the application inside this, because then the application has the link once it's published, so you can get the link and call as we do with the menu application dashboard. But I recommend you to have a look here within this website. It's ilarion.com. Let me copy here and paste for you guys. Okay, so next week we are going to have a new option for you from Scriptcase. We have here this Scriptcase.host. This is now a product from Scriptcase. They were a partner before. It was called who.est, but now it's now a Scriptcase company. So we are going to offer hosting services for Scriptcase officially. Okay, so by the next week I'm going to bring here my friend Ronian, and he's going to do a special webinar for us. Let me show you here the name. This one, Managing Production Environments Online. So we are going to show you guys how to manage your production environments online using cPanel, and we are going to give you some tips and recommendations. If you already have Scriptcase online, it's good for you to come and see what he's going to say, and if you don't have, you can come to know and learn more about the good things and bad things of having your Scriptcase online. So I'm using Scriptcase online right now, and my Scriptcase is online here. I have Windows, and I'm using this Scriptcase on a Linux server, and I love because it's easier for me. I can go, I used to visit different customers, and then I don't need to have Scriptcase installed. If I have my own laptop, good, because then I can show, but then I have it online so I can go everywhere and show all my examples and my applications, and it's easier to maintain as well. It's easier to, for example, this application I have now, I can just send you the link and you'll be able to open even before I publish, because it's not published. It's running inside my Scriptcase, but I can already send you the link and you can see the application. So it's very handy when you have a customer and then you need the approval, or you need the customer to check how the application is going, then you can just send the link. So it makes the development process faster and easier. So it's very nice to have Scriptcase online, and we are offering now special plans for Scriptcase, and the idea is to make it cheaper for you guys to have Scriptcase online. Let me see if I can open this in English. Yeah, so we have here shared, because usually shared hosting options, they do not allow you to install Scriptcase, because Scriptcase needs to get all the PHP functions and etc. So the Scriptcase host, the idea is to offer cheap plans for you to host Scriptcase, and also to have your applications. We have also dedicated servers and etc. So next week we are going to talk about this and about this online Scriptcase world. So you can subscribe here to the webinar, and this is what we are going to see next week. Okay, but they have Spanish support as well. So if you go here to the chat, you can talk to them in Spanish as well. Okay, I guess this is all for today. This is it. I hope it was interesting for you. Next week we are here again, and thank you very much for attending, for being here with me, and for watching for asking questions, for participating. This is very nice for me to share with you the information, the news, and everything we do here. So I hope you enjoy it, and I wish you a nice weekend, and I see you next week, okay? If you have further questions, yes, you can send me by email, okay? So thank you very much. Bye bye now. See you.